If we learned anything in the last summer and over the period of the last 30 years, what we've been doing hasn't been the answer. Perhaps it's been helpful, but what we've been doing has not been the answer. And we can't just continue doing just the same thing that we've been doing for the last 3 decades and hope that eventually all these problems are going to disappear.
Please, will you help save a child's life today? With as little as £2, you can save a life with high-energy food. You can provide the medicine to keep a child healthy. You can bring hope. No child should be born to suffer this way. Please show these children that you care by calling 0800 035 3800.
We all know that poverty is still one of the most challenging and tragic problems mankind has ever suffered. Of course, we have recently been witnessing drastic increase in charitable activities and givings. Such activities constantly remind us of the need for a sympathetic moral attitude. Advertisements on public media requesting for charitable donation to the poor seem to be everywhere. Such efforts we put in to end poverty had always made me feel very proud and satisfied with their accomplishments. But I have recently started viewing all of these as a hypocritical action. I mean, it is a fact that the poverty has been around us since the beginning of our civilization. With all those spectacular ongoing materialistic developments, why couldn't we ever come close to even minimizing and ending poverty? With all these publicly announced monetary donations, why is the gap between the rich and poor even widening?
What is your view of the future? Do we have an objective? I don't think we do. I don't see anybody in our society saying, you know what, this should be the next step. Why not? Why don't we have that? It seems that we're too busy worrying about what we're going to wear when we get up in the morning, or what this person's wearing, or who's sleeping with who, or right, or what's the thing trending on the internet. It's these little things, the minutiae of life. You got to think about bigger stuff than that, but most of us are just too busy trying to, get by.
My argument, and I don't doubt people who met him told me that Soros is an honest guy, but there is a paradox how, he is repairing with the right hand what he ruined with the left hand. No? That's all I'm saying. For example, of course we should help the children. It's horrible to see a child whose life is ruined because of an operation which costs $20. But in the long term, as Oscar Wilde would have said, if you just operate the child, then they will live a little bit better, but in the same situation which produced them.
What makes us think that we will ever be able to end poverty with our current solution through the monetary system? Well, people may say that we are making a great progress, so you should pat yourself on the back, but why do all the facts and problems of poverty in the real world seem to be unnoticed and distant from our approach? With all the ongoing charitable givings, why are the problems of poverty increasing more?
they meant to do then? Do you think we should go out every month, every year with sandwiches? Is that your answer, like some sort of buffet, an all-you-can-eat thing once a year? You see, it is bad. I don't want to come across harsh. They've got nothing. We waste stuff here. Waste annoys me just as much.
Right.
When I see sandwich shops chucking stuff out and bin bags binning it, when there's people out there who are hungry, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I don't understand.
With all the materialistic possessions we own, why do we feel proud and happy through the small donations with our pocket money, or an amount that won't affect our personal lives?
Because we like to think we're helping somebody and doing good in some way, but not really fully understanding where that money actually goes to and researching it properly to make it more efficient.
Well, it makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Does it? I mean, when you think about it, if it doesn't start with me, who's it going to start with? Right? Can it be hypocritical? I mean, if you think that you're a better person because you helped out somebody, I mean, what's that going to hurt? Right? It's going to make you feel better, and it's going to make them. It's going to hopefully, if the money's going to a good cause, if it's not being, shuffled off to somebody else's pockets, which some of them do, I understand that. But it's at the end of the day, is it going to make their lives better? Then, if it does, good. And if it's going to make you feel better about yourself, then good.
I'll tell you what they ought to do about homelessness. First thing, change the name of it. Change the name of the condition. It's not homelessness, it's houselessness. It's houses these people need. A home is an abstract idea. A home is a setting. It's a state of mind. These people need houses, physical, tangible structures. But where are you going to put them? Where are you going to build them? Nobody wants you to build low-cost housing near their house. People don't want it near them. We got something in this country, you've heard of it, it's called NIMBY, N-I-M-B-Y. Not in my backyard. People don't want any kind of social help located anywhere near them. You try to open up a halfway house, try to open up a rehab center for drugs or alcohol, try to build a little home for some retarded people who want to work their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them, especially if it might help somebody else. Part of the great American spirit of generosity we're always told about. Big, generous.
A lot of the time we don't even help our people in our own backyard before we'll go out of our way to help somebody far away, because it's easier to just give money to somebody and say, here, help those people, instead of doing something in our own backyard to help people that we need to get help. And I think it's silly for us to keep trying to help other people when we can't help ourselves. And if we help ourselves first, we'll be in a better place to help more people. I think that thought has to change. Yeah, you're right, the process that we have in place right now doesn't work the best. But not enough people are questioning it to try and fix it to help more people.
It occurs to me that maybe we are not focusing on creating a perfect solution that will be beneficial for everyone. I would hate to introduce poor people to our current society full of corruption once we have ended poverty. I ask whether such approach to any social problem is serving as a good example for the next generation. I think that it is time for us to reflect sincerely upon ourselves and as a whole. We should focus on making a platform where we can all stand equally as human species. We should break the wall we have surrounded ourselves with. We seem to avoid the truth to simply get by day to day, which lies at the very root of our hypocritical actions.
Use our time more valuably to actually help somebody rather than be so self-consuming with what we do and do everything for ourselves that we think we can just throw the money away and somebody else will do it for us, rather than use the money more effectively to actually help somebody closer to you. Sort of similar to the 100-mile idea. If you help or do everything within 100 miles first, you can affect a lot more change.
Poverty, a silent prison without walls that imprisons us. Oh, poverty. When will you set us free? Oh, poverty.